Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of my Out of the Park Baseball series. Today I'm doing something a little different, something pretty fun, and I'm taking control of the Anaheim High School Owls, but with a little twist. And if you're looking at the screen, you can see what the twist is. We've added 28-year-old Mike Trout. We took him from the Angels, and we moved him to a local Anaheim high school, which is probably not even a real high school, but yeah, so he'll be playing out a full season as if he were playing in high school. But as you can see, his ratings are much better than all of his teammates because the way it shows the ratings, I have it set so it compares him to an MLB player. So all of these guys would be completely scrubs if they were in the majors. But then we have Mike Trout, 28-year-old. He's on a team with a 14-year-old Bubba Hayes, who's already 6'3". That's pretty tall. Mostly 17 and 18-year-olds though. So it should be pretty cool. He'll be hitting a third for us. I don't know what this name is right now. Some weird thing happened with this guy's name, obviously. So I'm gonna change him to make him. He's American. I'll go with James because I'm basic. So we got James Demers instead. I don't know why I had him at 2019 but there we go. So he's hitting a leadoff. We have Mike Trout in the 3 spot. He's kind of a beast with his MLB ratings hitting in this high school league. It should be pretty interesting. I'm hoping that he kills everyone because I mean he's Mike Trout. That's what would happen. This guy looks like he could be an MLB prospect eventually. Alex Diaz. He's got 37 power already, which is quite high for a high school player. But we'll get right into it. So our first game is against the El Paso High School, and we'll finish today. And El Paso, I said El Paso, I think. El Paso won 8-2. Mike Trout homered. The box score's not available because I forgot to make it. So when I go here, give me a second. All right, there we go. So now I can make it so I can see the box scores. We can't see the box score from the game that just happened, but we can see that Mike Trout went 2 for 3. With a home run and a walk, and he also stole a base. So he's up to a pretty solid start already on his new landing spot. We'll simulate another game, and they lose again. Trout homers twice to go up to 3 homers on the year, but 2 for 2, 2 walks, 5 RBIs, but not enough. This seems like ultra realistic, and he stole a base. But the Anaheim High School Owls dropped to 0-2. That's pretty funny because that's kind of how his Angels had been around him. Except this is just a much more. I think in real life, if Trout was on a high school team, I think they'd probably win every game. But you never know. We'll finish another game and see what happens. They go drop to 0-3. Trout doesn't homer this game. He goes 1 for 3 with a walk. I wonder if we can view the game log for this one. We can. So Trout flew out in the first inning. He grounded out to shortstop. He walked on a full count. And did he bet 1 or 2 more times? Singled on a hard line drive to left field. And is that the last time he batted? It was James, our friend James Demers, made the last out of the game. So not a great game for Trout by any means, but he's still hitting .625 with 3 home runs. I think in real life he'd probably hit close to 800 or 900 and just bad luck outs as his only outs. But, I mean, this is as close as we can get as in a simulation. We'll start by going, I want to wait till they win a game. They lose 6-3. Trout goes 3 for 5. He struck out. That's pretty funny. Probably on a bad pitch or something. Doubled in 2 singles. Stole a base again. So he has a 2,000 OPS, which is pretty good. But his team is 0-4. They lost that game in extra. So I'm going to keep going day by day until they get a win. And they lose another one, 6-1. They get 2 hit. That's pretty surprising. Trout goes 0 for 3 with a walk. Probably some just bad luck outs. It's got to be all it is, honestly. I have no idea. But Anaheim is 0-5, which is actually hilarious. They lose another one. Trout homers. I forgot to change the abbreviation. I changed it from Tucson to Anaheim. I forgot to change the abbreviation. Trout goes 2 for 3 with a double, a home run. He got hit by a pitch, but they lost again. So Anaheim is 0-5 on the year. It says they're 0-6 here, but I think the first game did not count. See if they win this one. Did he drop another one? They're now 0-7. He doesn't homer that game. He does go 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He left 4 guys on base. He doubled. So, I mean, not the best start for Trout. He's hitting .522 with 4 homers in 7 games. But, I mean, you would think he'd be doing better in high school. I don't know. So they're 0-7 now. Simulate another game. And they finally win their first game. Trout needs to homer twice. They win on a Hayes run-scoring single. Trout goes 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, 10 total bases, and a walk. So he's so much better than his teammates. They've hit 9 home runs as a team, it looks like, or at least the players that played this game, and he's hit 6 of them. So funny stuff there. So now I'll just go. I think there's only 40 games played in this high school game, so I'll simulate a week and see what happens. I also do think that this is. I didn't simulate that far, but I do think this is an upper level high school league because it's like a feeder to Major League Baseball. So I think these are like top tier high school teams. I don't know if those exist for baseball, but these players are not just your average random like 2A high school players or whatever. They are top notch high school players, I might add. So here's a random box score. Trout goes 0 for 4. He's still hitting .528. The team only has 2 wins. We'll head another week into the future here. The Anaheim High School Owls are now 6-9. They won 21-7. That's more like it. Trout is up. He's down to .490 on the year, but this game he went 1 for 2 with 4 walks. He has 12 homers on the year. How many steals? He's got 10. So what are his numbers like? He's got a 1943 OPS. He's got 10 steals, 12 homers in 15 games. So that's pretty good, I would say. 20 walks and only 1 strikeout. The Owls, though, are 6-8. So we'll finish another week here and watch Anaheim. They're in 4th place at 7-8. Trout leads the league with 13 home runs. He's also walked a ton of times. He leads in stolen bases as well. They lose this game 13-10. Trout homers again. He's up to .515, a 2072 OPS, 18 home runs, and 25 walks in only 19 games. That's pretty crazy. I still think he'd honestly do better than this. But, again, it's just a simulation here. I wonder what the power rankings have the Anaheim Owls at. Here we go. They're at the 18th spot. So it's crazy. They added the best player in baseball, and they're still a below-average high school team. So we'll go another week in advance. They're 9-11, 10-11, 11-11. Trout is really pulling away here. Now, he's got a 14-game home run streak. Yeah, nice. That is very nice. I mean, that is what we expected him to do. So we'll say nice there. He's got 28 homers in 26 games now. That's way more like it. I'm surprised he's not getting walked every time he bats. He's up to a 22-23 OPS and 4.2 WAR. They keep WAR in this game no matter what league. Can I go to his game log? Batting stats, game log. So he was on a 14-game home run streak. Was that? Is that 14 games? I don't think so. But I said he did it. Maybe this game he didn't start or something. I don't really know. But he did homer in every game except for one in that span, which is pretty impressive. He had a 9 RBI game. He's not stealing as much, probably because he's just never on first base, really. I mean, he walks, I guess, a lot, but most of his hits are home runs or doubles even. But look at that, 22-23 OPS. So they won that last game 20-10 against Dallas High School. I don't have Trout able to pitch. I know he played shortstop in high school, I think he did, but he is still a center fielder in this because I just took Major League Trout. And although he probably still would be a good high school pitcher, I'm just letting him play center field. So we'll simulate another week here. Anaheim is 15-13, 16-14. They're kind of competing here. Trout up to a 17-game RBI streak. They win 23-3. Trout homers 3 times and has 33 on the year. He went 3 for 4 with 7 RBIs, 2 walks. He's had 33 homers and 77 RBIs. This is just so fitting that the Anaheim Owls are 17 and 14 despite having just this incredible season from Mike Trout. 33 home runs, 16 stolen bases, 5 WAR. Just incredible. Look at all of his ratings have gone up because he's been playing so well. They weren't even this high when it was earlier in the year, but now look how high they are at. Pretty crazy. So they are 17 and 14, which means they have 9 games left. I'll go and check on their schedule. Or I guess they only have 6 games left unless they play in May. So they have 6 regular season games left. I don't know how the playoffs work for this. Look at some of the scores of these games, though. 28-7, 24-10. But we'll finish the week in the season, the regular season at least. And they're in a battle. They're tied for first. Trout goes on a 4-game home run streak. They're going to the playoffs. Great. They won this game 25-3. Trout finishes 3 for 3 with 3 walks, a homer. That's all he had. Yeah. They won 25-3. That's just absurd. Trout finishes the regular season with 39 home runs in 38 games, 72 walks, 16 steals, a 22.62 OPS, and 6.2 WAR. So this dude had 6.2 WAR, which is pretty much 1 WAR every 5 games-ish, every 6 games, let's say. So that's over a 22-ish win. That's way more than 22. That's like 28 WAR in a real MLB season if he had that. His game log for you here. He homered in most of his games, it looks like. I can't sort, but he had kind of a rough start. I mean, he was at a 14-17 OPS, and then just look at what he did the rest of the way. Actually, I don't think this game is accurate. I don't know why it says it like that. It's not. Here's his spray chart. If it loads, I don't know. It doesn't show his spray chart in high school, I guess. His longest hitting streak was 27. Or no, that was his active hitting streak. He had a 14-game home run streak, which I don't think is accurate, but oh well. 17-game RBI streak. His splits, his home, 25-45 OPS, 24 home runs in 18 games. In the All-Star game that they had, I didn't even notice, he went 2 for 4 with 2 walks and a double. That's pretty solid, I would say. I wonder if you can view expanded batting stats. So he had a 35% walk rate. He had a 296 WRC plus. I mean, just an all-around pretty solid season, I would say. So what is the schedule looking like for the Anaheim Owls? I guess I have to finish today. When does the next playoff round start? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. We're playing the Garden Grove High School Jammers, led by Tim Cooper, 419 average, and Sam Miller, 11 homers. Definitely no Mike Trouts on this team. Go over to their meet the team, maybe? They all kind of suck. Can I go to their rosters? Or lineups, I guess? I'll go to their team here. So, their best player is a 17-year-old Mike Badger. I guess this is just alphabetical since all their players suck. That was their best pitcher. I mean, all players that we go to. Matthew Baker, 17-year-old first baseman. I mean, no, there are no Mike Trouts on this. We can go to their stats real quick. Their home run leader, Sam Miller, had 11 home runs. He's 19. That's pretty old for a high schooler. Matthew Baker had 9. But yeah, I don't know. They went 20 and 15. So we'll finish today. The Anaheim Owls won 7-3. Trout goes 1 for 2 with 3 walks. He should probably get intentionally walked every time at this point. finished today again. They lose 9-5. Trout goes 2 for 3 with 2 walks and a home run. They win Game 3 11-9 on the road. Trout only goes 1 for 4, 2 walks. Not a great game for him, but they did pull out the win, which is what matters. And then they lose 9-8 in Game 4 in extra innings. Trout does what he can. 2 home runs, a double, and a walk. I don't know if this game is how many games this is. This could only be a 5-game series, so this game they win 7-5. Mike Trout goes 3 for 4 with 2 bombs. Pretty solid game. I don't think his stats adjust or they include the playoffs. So now we're playing the Jacksonville, I would guess. Jacksonville High School Tartans. This one's a 7-game series. Anaheim loses Game 1. I'm not going to look at every box score. Loses Game 2. They need some wins here. They win Game 3. I'll check out this one because they won 8-3. Trout goes hitless, but he has 7 home runs now. They won 9-0 to even it at 2 games apiece. Trout goes hitless again, but 2 walks, so that's fine. And now it's tied at 2 games. They lose 8-4. Trout goes 3 for 4 with a homer and a triple. Finished today. So they're back against the wall. They need to win these last 2 games, and they lose. Their season's over. Trout goes 1 for 3 with a double, but it's not enough. They lose to the Jacksonville High School. So Anaheim finishes 23-15. Trout's high school career is over. I think he was probably a senior. His regular season stats are those with 39 home runs. Can I go to his playoff stats? Postseason. I want to go to the regular view here. So he finishes the year with 8 homers in the playoffs. He's had a 1972 OPS. So not honestly as good as he was in the regular season. So 8 home runs. And in the regular season he had 39. So that's 47 home runs, which actually is a career high for him. He only played, 50 games or something like that? Not even 50 games. So that's still a career high, which is what you kind of expect if you put one of baseball's best all-time players in a league with a bunch of 17-year-olds. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't seen the first few episodes, go check them out. And if you have some ideas for what I can simulate on here in the future, the possibilities are endless. So let me know. Have a good rest of your day.